if I had to build a photographer from scratch and wanted to put in all the good parts, it would come out Dave Tamez.
All I'm saying is there are some problems and discrepancies in the system that have to be rectified because they're doing it at the expense of the athlete and his name.
So if you don't know Dave Tamez, picture tall guy, quiet, goes about his business.
In this trial, the 47-year-old former drifter was his own worst witness.
I mean, it's like something is flipped. There's a switch that goes off and he goes into, pro mode, and it's fun to watch him work.
There's a fine photographer here at TV9 named Dave Tamez who just can't resist a good sunset. Anytime he sees one, he pulls his camera out of the trunk and shoots it.
Ask anyone who's worked with Dave Tamez and they'll tell you he's the ultimate team player.
That's senior Dave Tamez on the tackle for the Hornets.
He grew up in tiny Harold, Texas, with a graduating class of 9, then got an MFA in commercial arts before beginning his 40-year broadcasting career at KFDX TV3 in Wichita Falls.
And now, News Center 3's 6 p.m. report.
Dave showed an immediate knack for capturing real human moments. And sometimes he even went before the camera.
Which, now, it's up to you what goes on the inside, whether you want to draw, paint, write.
Another bomb, move back!
He also made his name with breaking news stories.
I would guarantee that everybody in the room has seen something of Dave's work already. I mean, the shot of Timothy McVeigh walking down the steps out of the Perry courtroom, that's Dave, and that's history.
In 1987, Dave became chief photographer, then senior photojournalist for KWTV News 9 in Oklahoma City. Then in 2000, he moved to OETA to become program producer and eventually documentary director.
Say you come to this old river and maybe if by chance you sit there quiet and you listen, you can almost hear them Kiowas dance.
And when we were forming the documentary unit, we needed someone who could do something besides news-type documentaries. We needed someone who could creatively approach the arts world and that kind of thing.
I have gotten that before the Mr. Clean because I've been bald for quite some time.
Bob was a good guy. He looked the part, and so the rest, as we say, is history.
He's brought so much talent to OETA and so much wonderful work, and so I'm so very pleased for him to get this award.
Dave's earned over 100 awards in his career, but perhaps it's his role as mentor that's made the biggest impact across the industry.
Dave would literally give you anything that he has. He didn't save, special ways of doing anything. He'd give you all the secrets. So it's funny, I lost contact with him for a while when I got out of the business, and I came back in 2016. And I kind of struggled a little bit, but there was kind of a Jedi moment where I could hear Dave speaking to me, and he would talk about, oh, you got fighting angles, you can't do that. He single-handedly has probably influenced me more than anybody in the industry.
If Dave Tamez doesn't deserve to be inducted into the Silver Circle, no one does.
Wow. Thank you guys so much. What a special recognition. 40 years ago, last month, a matter of fact, when I first started in the broadcast business, I never dreamed I'd be getting an award like this. And to be in the same Silver Circle as those who come before me, it's pretty amazing. But first, I better give special thanks to my wife, Patty, who's had to put up with me all these years. Put up with the journalist lifestyle, working late, going on assignments for long periods of time. Appreciate and love you for that. I'd also like to thank Bill Perry and Susan Cadeau for getting my nomination rolling and all those who sent in support material on my behalf. Throughout my career, I've been very lucky to have worked around some great photojournalists reporters, producers, anchors, and yes, even news directors. Many who played a significant role in my development as a journalist took time to mentor and teach me things. And I think for me, that's why it's so important to mentor others. You know, you can plant one small seed that can have an enormous impact on someone's life or career. And it's very rewarding when that happens. Next, I'd like to give a special shout out to my current OETA work family, starting with Polly Anderson, who recently won a national award for her leadership at OETA, and Vice President of Production, Susan Godot, who is also a Silver Circle honoree. Thank you for your guidance and support. Hey, and special thanks to my documentary team who are out there tonight with their own Emmy nominations. Thank you for your hard work and commitment to excellence. And what makes this honor so special, besides the word Emmy in it, it's that it's not for just one story, one documentary, one show, but for a career body of work. And that makes it really awesome. Thank you guys so much.